single leg squat to a box or to a bench, whichever you have accessible to you. What determines what you use is, again, based on what you have accessible to you, but also to the height of the bench. So with that, this bench is pretty good. By the time I'm seated, I'm gonna be at about a 90-degree position with my knee and with my hip. The lower we go, the harder we make it. The higher we go, the easier it's going to be. And so with that, you wanna look for a few things when performing this exercise to note whether the bench height is high enough. Obviously the exertion, but the biggest thing is this exercise is so good for training our hips and our knees how to stabilize when performing a unilateral exercise such as this. So what we want is toes, knees, hips all stay aligned. I'm gonna lower down. I sit onto that bench, pushing through that big toe nice and strong, loading up my glute, and I drive up. You'll notice the first rep is gonna be sort of the hardest, and then once your brain kind of computes what we're asking of it, things will get a little bit more easier to do. What you want to avoid with this exercise, foot positioning is going to be key for this, is you want to avoid your knee coming in and hip jetting out and having this sort of contorted setup with your knee and your hip. It's very important toe, knees, hips all stay aligned. So with my foot positioning, what we want to avoid is having that foot winging out to start. That's automatically going to want our knee to drive in. So make sure that foot is nice and straight. Try and build a big arch there. From there, you're going to lower down, sit back, drive up one, sit back, drive up two. If you're finding this exercise difficult and challenging, no problem. Place about 20% of your weight through this toe, and then from here, sit back, drive nice and strong. Sit back, drive nice and strong. Not only is it important to keep those toes, knees, and hips aligned on the way down as I lower, but from here as I drive up, again, big toe is pushing and my hip's gonna drive through, minimal wobbling through that knee. You're gonna perform all your reps on one side, all your reps on the other side. And again, you can adjust the difficulty level of this exercise based on the height of the bench that you're using and how much additional assistance you get from this other leg.